Good afternoon, I'm Raine Musñgi. This is Newsfeed. More and more aspirants for the 2025 midterm elections are filing their certificates of candidacy. Our reporter Agatha Gregorio is at the Manila Hotel for an update. Agatha, who are some of the hopefuls you've seen there?
Raine, both re-electionists and former politicians have filed their certificates of candidacy here at the Manila Hotel. Those hoping for a post at the Senate and seats at the House of Representatives as party list representatives also went here, and that includes re-electionist Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino, Agri Party List Representative Wilbert Lee, who is gunning for a Senate seat, and the Bayan Muna Party List led by former Congressman Nery Colmenares. Tolentino, who is in the Marcos administration's Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas, responded to backlash that the alliance is a, quote, dynastic slate.
A dynastic slate is perhaps anathema to what our democratic process is. Binoboto naman yun ng tao whether it came from a political family or came from a political aggregation centered on a family. Again, the Philippine people would decide. So that's the essence of democracy after all.
Meanwhile, Colmenares was quick to deny allegations that Makabayan supported former President Rodrigo Duterte, saying they have again and again slammed the former chief executive over extrajudicial killings. The Buhay Party List was also here with former Congressman Lito Atienza gunning for a seat as its representative. Atienza talked about how Congress may be better off doing less investigations, particularly on dismissed Bamban Mayor Alice Guo. Raine?
Agatha, have you noticed any new faces that filed their COCs today?
Yes, Raine, we've seen the likes of political vlogger Mark Gamboa, who is advocating for better internet accessibility and added capital for online sellers. There's also doctor and lawyer Joey Montemayor, who wants more focus on health personnel. Back to you, Raine.
Thank you so much, Agatha Gregorio, reporting live from the Manila Hotel. In Makati, Senator Nancy Binay files her certificate of candidacy for mayor. She was joined by her running mate, Monsur del Rosario. The senator aims to succeed her younger sister, Abby Binay Campos. Nancy will face Abby's husband in next year's polls. The latest now on Super Typhoon Julian. The storm left the Philippine area of responsibility this morning, but Weather Bureau Pagasa says the threat from Julian remains as it could re-enter PAR tomorrow. Julian has winds of nearly 200 kilometers per hour. Northern Luzon felt the wrath of the storm, with Batanes bearing the brunt.
Although nasa labas yung kanyang mata, nag-extend pa or nag-expand pa yung kanyang diametro. So ngayon, nakakaapekto pa rin ang bagyong ito sa malaking bahagi ng kalupaan ng Northern Luzon. Kung kaya't exposed pa rin ang extreme Northern Luzon at ilang bahagi ng Northern Luzon sa mga malalakas na pag-ulan, maging yung mga malalakas din na hangin na dulot at dala po nito ni bagyong Julian.
Another province hit hard by Julian, Ilocos Norte, declares a state of calamity. The super typhoon left considerable damage in agriculture and infrastructure. Local officials say the declaration will allow them to immediately tap emergency funds for disaster relief operations. Julian, with international name Krathon, also threatening Taiwan. Heavy rains start to batter Taipei and the eastern side of the island. Schools and offices are already shut as Taiwan braces for the storm's landfall. Krathon is currently categorized as a medium-strength typhoon, but Taiwan's weather agency is not ruling out further intensification. Over in the United States, the death toll from Hurricane Helene climbs to more than 100. But the number is feared to rise further as emergency workers continue the grim search for hundreds still unaccounted for. As the extent of the destruction unfolds, Donald Trump and Joe Biden spar over the federal government's response. Eugene Adalia reports.
Devastation beyond belief as North Carolina's governor visits areas hit hard by Hurricane Helene.
This has been an unprecedented storm that has hit western North Carolina. It's requiring an unprecedented response.
More than 100 deaths have been reported across half a dozen states as Helene slammed into Florida, then barreled through Georgia and the Carolinas. Hundreds more are missing. Helene struck just weeks before the November presidential elections and is adding fuel to the fire in an already bitter campaign, with former President Donald Trump accusing the federal government of denying help to his supporters. The Republican presidential nominee also claimed his rival, Vice President Kamala Harris, was out someplace campaigning while he's in Georgia.
But we have a lot of truckloads of different items, from oil to water to all sorts of equipment that's going to help them. But we're here today to stand in complete solidarity with the people of Georgia and with all of those suffering in the terrible aftermath of Hurricane Helene.
At the White House, U.S. President Joe Biden angrily reacted to Trump's criticisms.
He is lying. Let me get this straight. He's lying. And the governor told him he was lying. The governor told me he was lying. I've spoken to the governor, I've spent time with him, and he told me he's lying. I don't know why he does this. And the reason I get so angry about it, I don't care about what he says about me, but I care what he communicates to the people that are in need. He implies that we're not doing everything possible. We are. We are.
As for Harris, she had already cut short a campaign trip in Nevada to return to Washington for a briefing on Helene. She says federal help will continue for hurricane victims no matter how long it takes.
The destruction we have seen in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia is heartbreaking. In coordination with state and local officials, President Biden and I will continue to make sure that communities have the support and the resources that they need, not only to respond to this storm and its immediate aftermath, but also the resources they will need to recover.
Close to 2 million remain without power, cell phone services still out across the affected states. The National Guard and emergency workers from 19 states have been deployed to help, along with Federal Emergency Management Agency personnel. Biden describes the devastation left by Helene as the worst ever. He will travel to North Carolina on Wednesday to monitor relief and rescue efforts. Eugene Adalia, BNC.
Those are the news this hour. I'm Raine Musñgi. Stay tuned to BNC on Free TV Channel 31, Channel 24 on Signal, and on our website, bnc.ph. Thank you so much for watching.